I'm big on not playing store. What I mean by that is I care about top line revenue, but most importantly, I care about what the bottom line and what the company makes. So that's some business owners have different views on that. So what I wanted to do is scale the business profitably. And I was working with Jennifer Zick at Authentic Brand on this, and she did a fantastic job in finding out who my audience was. So I learned that I can get $1 million account, but I learned I don't know if I wanted to have those $1 million accounts come into my organization. We found that there's a market underserved, these SMB, small business owners, mid-level businesses that need high touch, high services, willing to pay for it at a such and such higher margin. So we put a program together with Authentic Brand and with our marketing spend that we built the program up. We were getting 250, 285 leads a week that my sales team started closing fast. So what that did for me as a leader was, instead of focusing on hiring very high priced sales executives, we pivoted and created an internal inside sales team that was closing $100,000 more a month in business. So with that marketing automation and sales automation that was brought to the table, we started printing money, and we scaled the company, and our EBITDA grew from 1 million to $2 million and more to the bottom line. And eventually in late 2018, we put the company up for sale. And the positive of that was our company sold for 11 times earnings. And I feel that Jennifer Zick and Authentic Brand and Authentic Brand's people helped me get the true value of that company by redesigning my website, by find out who my appropriate audience is, by creating sales and sales automation and marketing automation. And at the end, it helped me give Steve Gustafson, our shareholder, a huge exit, which was 11 times its earnings. My biggest takeaway of leading this organization, of leaving my background was 18 years in sales and marketing, and it came over to the software company that was purchased for $2 million and we sold for $23 million, free and clear. What I learned is starting the journey at that company was I'm pushing a rock uphill. Oregon Trail, I call it, selling, trying to bring home enough money to do the next project, hire the next executive. You grow, hit a ceiling, grow, hit a ceiling. And what marketing and sales automation and Authentic Brands did was it became downhill. It became easier. It became about synergies. It became about managing what you can manage and managing to the data. And we're an EOS traction company, so it became easier to define the KPIs and just rinse and repeat and do things better and do continuous improvement. And at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer on this. If you don't watch your revenues, they come down. If you don't watch your profits, they go down. So you have to always press the both levers, the revenues and the expenses, or they creep up. Right. So it's important to me that you control all that. And what Authentic Brands did was help me look at the business and make those changes or those audibles. And that's how we've been able to scale the company. There's this term out there called random acts of marketing. We've experienced that in my past, where you have an idea, you throw some money at it, and you might as well just start it on fire. So I found that any marketing that I do, I need to have some type of metric, some type of return on investment to find out, did it put to work appropriately? And agencies or professionals like Authentic Brand help put that out there and say, this, if you put your money toward this is what your, your cost per lead would be. And then we have to define what your acquisition costs are. And is it matched to persona who you're going after? So in my past, where we were spending a lot of money going after the big sale, and those, for us and our software company, the end user knows just more about your company and your product than we do. So they can really drive down your costs. But we pivoted with Authentic Brands' help to the small, medium business, where they just needed to be serviced and they'll pay accordingly, and they want high touch and they want custom work. And that's who we essentially were, which netted out to be 30% more margins than the big $1 million accounts. So why it was exciting to go after the $1 million accounts, yes. And then you have to pay the salesperson along the way, and receiving the money might take a long time. For us, working with Authentic Brand, we found and pivoted to this regional business across the entire country that had 30% higher margins, and it closes and the money's in our accounts within 24 hours. And that helped us scale and grow an inside sales organization. An outside sales organization for more of the larger accounts, and we grew an inside sales organizations for the persona that Authentic Brand found, that was which was our high profitable business.